A member of the public challenged a man matching Salman Abedi's description at Manchester Arena and told security but was fobbed off, the public inquiry heard. Experts have said there were missed opportunities to identify Abedi as a threat and take action to stop him, as witnesses claim they told officials, including a British transport police officer, that someone was acting suspiciously. A man, identified only as Witness A, said the suspect looked out of place carrying a large rucksack in a crowded place. Another witness, William Drysdale, spotted Abedi in the city room of the arena on the night of the attack, and a companion of Mr Drysdale then approached a British transport police officer, the inquiry heard. Abedi had conducted several hostile reconnaissance trips to the arena and the area outside it ahead of the attack on May 22, 2017, which left 22 people dead. His first trip to the arena occurred on May 18, the same day he arrived in the UK from Libya. In this trip, he walked into the city room after wandering around the outside of the venue. It was in the city room that Abedi, surrounded by a throng of elated youngsters leaving an Ariana Grande concert, that he exploded his shrapnel-packed rucksack bomb, sending thousands of nuts and bolts shredding everything in their path. Chilling footage showing suicide bomber Abedi struggling under the weight of his backpack and adjusting wiring underneath his clothes moments before he murdered 22 people has been shown on the first day of the public inquiry into the terror attack.
Mr. Lopez, I'm going to ask you to stop this footage at 47:50. So this is a lengthy piece of footage we're going to look at. So Abedi has just arrived at the Victoria Station tram platform, has left a train and is seated, backpack on back, on one of the seats. Walks a short distance down the platform and then sits down again, and just in that short journey perhaps we've seen the way in which he walks with that pack on his back, and then he heads off into the station itself. Those are the stairs from the tram platform into the concourse, and he's now on the concourse, and there we see him bent forwards as a result of the weight of the pack.
Mr. Green, just sorry to interrupt you for a moment. Can everybody hear all right? Okay, I'm not quite sure how good the speakers were, so that's fine, thank you.
He's entering the lavatory, and again we would invite everyone to note the way in which he's walking. He struggles, as we're going to see, to work out how the turnstile operates. A very clear image there of his backpack as he goes into a cubicle. Where he remains for a period approaching 12 minutes. So he's heading now to the lift, and this is his first trip that night into the City Room. So the trip in at 1851. He's now on the walkway leading to the City Room. You recall that we suggested earlier that something causes him to turn and hide behind a pillar before then continuing his journey into the City Room at 2051. With the weight of his pack apparent. At 2051, he's now arrived. Could you pause there for one moment, please? And we see a person in a yellow jacket, a show-sex steward, and as we currently understand the evidence, that person is Mohammed Agha, appearing to look in the direction of Salman Abedi, who is heading for the mezzanine area. Would you play on, please, Mr. Lopez? (21:10), and he is leaving the City Room with Mohammed Agha still present and about to walk down the walkway and enter the station concourse again. He has re-entered the lift at the station end of the walkway. As he entered the lift on the first occasion, he turned his baseball cap around, and he appears to have done the same thing on this occasion. Now he's entered the concourse, but is turning immediately to walk down the stairs to the tram station. one of the things we'll need to consider is what was his motivation as he left the city room on this occasion. Was he having second thoughts, or, more likely, was he concerned that remaining on the mezzanine area for any longer period might attract suspicion? He spent, as we've just seen, 16 minutes seated on the platform, but then heads back into the station itself. Back in the station, he waits at the lift, giving access to the walkway. And it's on the footage that follows that we can see him adjusting wiring beneath his clothing. Yeah, the wire's plain to see. So there, shortly after 9:30, we see Salman Abedi making his final journey to the city room. And we can pause it there, Mr. Lopez. And take it off the screen, please.